Hello and welcome back to the Exponential. My name is RSquared and I'd be your host today. We have a really good one coming to you here on Monday Night Football as the New Orleans Saints get set to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm trying to make my microphone less visible, but it's just going to be in the shot. All right, let's get going. So in this one, it's going to be a really good one. I'm really excited for it. The Saints, they've done a really good job of getting the offense rolling early on in the year with big wins. 40 plus point performances in each of their first two games against Carolina and Dallas. But then as it came down to it in the final games, their offense has struggled against tough defenses. What's up? Welcome back. You were here early, my friend. Early. I saw wow, you were here early. I'm good. How are you? It's been a good one. As to an answer for your comment from yesterday, I did see the Vikings game. I was considering doing a commentary on it, but I did not realize that I was producing a radio show of sort at that time. So I didn't get a chance to do it. I double booked. But I wanted to do a commentary on it. But it was a fun game to watch anyway. So the Saints did get off to a pretty strong start to the year with wins against the Panthers and Cowboys, but when they faced the tougher defenses, they kind of started to collapse after a tough loss to Philadelphia. Then last week they went into Atlanta, and the Falcons found a way to pull away, mostly due to special teams player of the week, Younghoe Koo, who pretty much single-handedly ripped them apart. And as for Kansas City, there's no start much better than theirs, as the Chiefs, after they got off to a booming start on Thursday Night Football. You can find the VOD right here down below on my channel. It'll be under the lives. We commentated on that one. A mostly boring game until the end when Kansas City pulled away. We had a similar sentiment in the Bengals-Chiefs game, mostly boring until at the end, Kansas City pulled away. In Game 3, Chiefs-Atlanta, guess what? It was a mostly boring game, which is also on this channel, on the VODs. It was a mostly boring game, but the Chiefs pulled away at the end. Then last week, the Chiefs and the Chargers, guess what? It was a boring game, but in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs pulled away. The Chiefs have been winning dirty in these first few games. They in these first four games, they have all, and I mean all, been one-possession games. It has been a tight road for Kansas City, so I think we can really expect a good one. Obviously, they had two tough matchups in a row on the night games, which is why we're commentating on it in the first place. They had Baltimore to start the year. Baltimore wasn't in peak Ravens form. We had them last week against Buffalo. You can also check out the VOD there. I'm going to hit every single one but Houston. But you can also go check out the Houston and Chicago VOD down below. I fit it in. And the Bengals game was very impressive of a victory. They kept them alive. It was wild ending to that one. If you caught that one, the refs bailed him out, even though he did do the penalty. It was completely on him, but they still bailed him out at the end there with that late flag. The Chargers game was so bad to watch. It was a nightmare. We're watching NFL Red Zone on that one, and that one was a nightmarish game to even be a part of. To be saying they were down 10 as much as 10-0 before Patrick Mahomes just did Patrick Mahomes stuff and scored 17 unanswered, and the defense ended up stepping up for Kansas City. Yet again, Steve Spagnuolo's defense has been extremely underrated over the past few years, but this year especially, they've been a very talented defensive squad, and they are very proud of their defense. Another team who's very proud of their defense is who they're going up against, the New Orleans Saints. And their defense looked mighty impressive in all of their first 3 games of the year, holding each of their opponents to less than 20 points. The first team that they allowed 20-plus points in were the Falcons, not the one you'd expect considering they've played the Eagles, the Cowboys, not the Panthers. We fully expected them to score absolutely nothing. But the Saints have come up with some incredible wins. The Cowboys, regardless of how much I hate them, they're not a bad team. And that was a tough game for New Orleans to win. They won that well. Against Philadelphia, they did not play badly defensively. I think their coaching staff's doing a really great job. I'm a big fan of Clint Kubiak as the offensive coordinator. I liked him in Minnesota. Anyone remember those days? I remember those days when Clayton Kubiak was coordinating over in Minnesota. I really liked him there, and I've liked him so far in New Orleans. I've liked the play calls that they've been running. It really fits their style, their scheme, but it hasn't quite been the pace that New Orleans has needed to win tough games against good defenses. Atlanta's defense didn't particularly play well last week for New Orleans, but it was good enough to defeat New Orleans in 2 seconds. So it wasn't a bad performance by New Orleans. None of their games have been. They've all had very legitimate performances through the first 4 games of the year. But they could have a close one here against Kansas City. They need to come up with a win here, because if they go into that 2-3 trench, it's going to be a little hard to get out of it, especially with some games upcoming against Tampa Bay next week. That's a tough one to come up with. It's a rivalry. You are at home, but the Bucs are already practicing in New Orleans this time tomorrow. They're going to be in New Orleans getting ready because of that hurricane. If anyone's in Florida, stay safe, everybody. Then they have the ever so stoic Broncos defense, who's been very strong. And I gotta say, the Broncos have found their identity. It doesn't matter if it's pretty, which it most certainly is not. It's a very, very ugly games to watch, period. But regardless, they're winning. A win's a win. They're winning the games Bronco style. And that's exactly what I'm saying, is just Broncos football. And I'm glad that they finally figured out about that. Hello, Charlie. Good to see you. I bet that Alvin Kamara will run for 150 plus yards. Good deal. Good bet. I'll take that. I'll take that. There's going to be at least one player on the Saints who has that breakout game for them today. I'll take that bet. The Dolphins barely escaped. They did. I must say, people were impressed. I was looking, people were like, hey, that was a good win, but the Dolphins, good defense. They're like, good defense. Anthony Weaver did a great job on those final plays, which granted he did, but that could not have been an uglier win. The Dolphins won in the trenches, but as a Dolphins fan, I barely watched it. I was upset to be there to watch that struggle. I am a Dolphins fan, and it was embarrassing to be one. We won, but it was by no means pretty, and by no means would I ever want that to be the standard of Dolphins football. It was a nice win. If we could do that and put up 70 points like we did against Denver last year, that's the ultimate team. Nothing stopping them. They're making the Super Bowl. However, they scored 15 points against the New England's defense, which is tough, granted, but I don't think they're that good. It wasn't beautiful, I will say that. It was not beautiful in the slightest. Just in case anyone's wondering, I added something to the microphone today. This is just to help condense the sound a little better. It's getting in the way a little, but you can see me. It's good enough. Everyone has one. It's more for the hanging mic, but I just don't know how to change it into that. We don't have the stand to put it like that. It can be, but I don't have the proper equipment to do that at the moment. But this is just to help condense the sound so I can come as close as I want to the mic, basically, and it still works just fine. Compared to the last few weeks where I've been getting some feedback. Yeah, definitely praying for the people in Florida. Honestly, word of advice to all the people in Florida. I used to live in Florida. Get out of the way. Go. Get out of the way. I mean, anything above a 2, it's kind of like, get out of the way. People did the right thing going to Miami for the last one for Helene, but for this one, it's kind of like, go up. Go north. There's still some people that are sticking it out in Orlando, which could be fine because it's only hitting as a Cat 1 in Orlando. I don't really want to go deep into the hurricane topics. We're here for football. We're not here for any of that. That's kind of been the motto of this channel. It's only football. We don't talk about any of the other stuff. We're not even going to concern ourselves with politics or any world news, weather. We don't do that. I mean, we talk about weather sometimes, but that's just Florida man in me. Talk about the Hurricanes. Speaking of Hurricanes, how about them Hurricanes coming up with the win on the West Coast trip? That was tough. That was a tight win. So Kansas City, their stars have shown through the first few weeks. Patrick Mahomes, of course, 904 yards, which is very solid considering he hasn't played that 5th game yet. If he gets like 200 yards, he's on track for a normal Patrick Mahomes season. It's been really good. He's got a 68.6 completion percentage. I'm leaning to see completion percentage so far. He's He's been 80. He's not been bad. He's been very, very good for this Chiefs. Obviously, losing Isaiah Pacheco is not great for them going into this one. Carson Steele's taking over. The Aussie, we're going to do that every day and after night. We're just going to keep on doing it. Every time it touches the ball, it's the guy with the alligator. Because it actually is a crocodile, and he does have a crocodile. They're going to show it every time he catches the ball. It's going to be the new thing. We're keeping counters on stuff today, folks. We're keeping counters today as the game's about to get kicked off. Who do I think is going to win this? The Saints or the Chiefs? Yeah, the Chiefs are going to win. I'm going with the Chiefs. You can't go against them. I picked the Chiefs on this one. I'll give my other game picks for the week that I made later, completely honestly. I would never trick you guys on that. My record so far this year has been very solid. The lowest I've gotten has been 9 successful picks, so that's really good. They're doing the chop right now as the Chiefs Kingdom is getting ready to go here at yes, I do. I've been around a while, Boat Nerd. Come on. It's just since you've been coming around. I've been around a while. So obviously the Chiefs will be without Rashee Rice in this game, which is the big storyline. Who will get open for Patrick Mahomes? Can the Saints defense shut them down? Here comes the opening kickoff with the new dynamic kickoff rule, and this game is underway from Arrowhead Stadium at Geha Field in Kansas City, Missouri. And the Chiefs won the toss, and they have elected to defer over to Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are donning their Color Rush uniforms, all white with those lovely black helmets. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the uniforms, but it's Saints football. I mean, they're classic. Yeah, I've been around since 2015, 6, 7, maybe 2018, something like that. I've always been here. I just haven't been doing lives. No. All right, we're still good. They were having some TV issues. I'm not sure if that was just me or not. 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 30-yard line. Derek Carr, shotgun. He'll take the snap and he'll throw. And it'll go to, I believe, Rashid Shaheed. I was completely wrong. That's Josh Johnson. So there are some notable injuries for the New Orleans Saints coming on today. Willie Gay Jr. out with a hand injury. Taysom Hill with a ribs injury. Pete Werner, the linebacker, with a hamstring. Cesar Ruiz with a knee injury. And Shane Lemieux, including one of those centers. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Saints. Derek Carr handoff. Alvin Kamara, and he'll go for a surprising gain of 2. He was hit in the backfield, but managed to get a nice gain on that one. There's Clint Kubiak over there. Not quite sure what's going on in the chat right now, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm not sure what's going on. No, I have no idea. So this Saints offensive line is young, to say the least, and they're going with a backup center today with Shane, what's his name out? Handoff, Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is going to have to go to the left. He's going to the right now, and a complete turnaround by Alvin Kamara, and he'll go 15 yards. And it was originally a toss towards the right side of the field. Alvin Kamara sees it's read perfectly and turns on the Jets, crosses the entire field, breaking 3 tackles along the way. Derek Carr picking up a block. How about that quarterback action? And Alvin Kamara just says, hey, who needs an O-line? I am my own line. Do it yourself. And he takes that one. That was an incredible effort. Alvin Kamara will take it again. No, that's not Alvin Kamara. That's Williams who'll take it up the middle for a gain of 9. That is Jamal Williams, the former Detroit Lion. He was very good in Detroit. He had some really nice press conferences. Anyone knows those memes of Jamal Williams? Pokemon, that one. 2nd and 1. Coming up for New Orleans, they have a 55% chance to run the ball through week 5. It's been a pretty solid run game so far, and a nice little route run by Chris Olave, I believe, or Rashid Shaheed. I honestly don't know the Saints. This is the first time commentating on them this year. That was Chris Olave. I was right the first time. So the play action pass rate was 51% through weeks 1 and 2, and 19% through weeks through weeks 3 and 4, which means they really have to get that play action going. That could be something to watch out for in this one, is that play action motion and the fakes to Alvin Kamara. Just the handoff is very dangerous. Derek Carr drops back to pass under a lot of pressure. He'll throw deep, and it is, oh, what an interception! One-handed Brian Cook. He's still running. He's still on his feet. No one's got him yet. Brian Cook, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. Pick 6. What just happened? Did they call him down? We'll see what the play call is here. It is not a touchdown. They're saying he's down by contact. Brian Cook made a one-handed juggling interception. There's the touch on the side of the hamstring. Yeah, that's down by contact. What an intercept. One-handed juggling, gets possession. That was an incredible interception. I thought that would have been a pick 6 for a second. Oh, what a start to this game. That was a wild sequence. Derek Carr just airmails one. He says, I don't really care if this lands anywhere. And he just chucks it 60 yards down the field. And Brian Cook comes up with the INT. Absolutely wild. So Patrick Mahomes is taking over from their own 22-yard line after that wild interception. Worthy's in motion. He's obviously going to be the main target here. Handoff will go to Kareem Hunt, the former Kansas City Chief turned Cleveland Brown, and now back to Kansas City Chief. Patrick Mahomes, through 100 starts, he's got 78 wins. What a record. 29,328 passing yards and 225 passing touchdowns. All the most in NFL history through 100 starts. If that's an impressive number, I don't know what is impressive if that's not impressive. Good luck, Boner. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for the Saints because I like change, but I always pick the Chiefs because there's no going wrong there. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to scramble forward. He'll just take it himself. He's going to escape the first tackler, and he'll just walk out of bounds and get the first down. That'll be about a gain of 8 or 9 on the play. See, Mahomes really just reading it like a true quarterback does. He says, I don't need to pass the ball. We know that's a weakness today. I'm just going to run it whenever I have the chance. Great job by Mahomes, just taking it himself there. Right call. 1st and 10 coming up for Kansas City. 11 minutes remaining on the clock after the Derek Carr just airball, like, I don't even know how to describe that play. Handoff again to Kareem Hunt, who'll go right up the middle. That'll be a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up. The offensive coordinator for the Chiefs is Matt Nagy, the former Chicago Bears head coach. Anyone remembers the disaster of the Nagy era, but he ain't calling the plays here. It's all Andy Reid, the stash and the cheeseburger himself. He's Andy Reid, nothing more than that. This Chiefs offense, their offensive line's actually been very decent, very respectable. But really, it's been shocking how they've been able to come away with games with the lack of talent outside of Mahomes. Handoff Kareem Hunt. That'll go for about 3 yards. Be 3rd and 3 coming up. The lack of general talent on this Chiefs team it's been shocking how they've gotten 4-0, other than the fact that they have Patrick Mahomes and their defense has been spectacular. But from an offensive standpoint, losing Pacheco, losing Rice is big time for them. I mean, Kareem Hunt joined 20 days ago on September 17th, and he really has to step up for this Chiefs offense if they're going to try to resemble back any sort of run game. A lot of pressure from Jordan on the side, and that's to Travis Kelce, perhaps their most talented wide receiver. That'll go for about 4 yards and a first down. Of course, Travis Kelce, the infamous Travis Kelce. He's been their number 1 receiver for a lot of years. A nice little pick there by Juju Smith-Schuster. That's something to look out for. That could be an interesting little rub there, depending on which side of the ball you're on. Pick, rub, Carson Steele's in the backfield. Crikey, it's Carson Steele. And play action towards Steele. Mahomes throws up the middle to a wide open Travis Kelce, who's got room to run, and he'll go up to the 35-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. The Honey Badger, the former Kansas City Chiefs, he was just wide open. That was just blown coverage by New Orleans. He read the blitz nicely. He had the linebackers hit perfectly. All the linebackers went to one. It was just a well-designed play and caught the defense sleeping. Right down the middle. Mahomes doesn't miss that pass either. I wasn't gonna say it. Patrick Mahomes dumped off Travis Kelce, who'll go for about a gain of 6 or 7 on the play. I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it. But nerd, I wasn't gonna say it. Second down coming up for the Chiefs. Through the first 4 games, it's his fewest since 2013. He's got no touchdowns and 15 receptions. He has been extremely unproductive. Perhaps he's a little distracted trying to keep Taylor Swift as his girlfriend. Must be pretty tough. Mahomes under center. Handoff, Kareem Hunt. Hunt has a hole. Hunt will go for about a gain of 10 on the run. Hunt takes a shot at the end of that one, but he'll get up just fine. And that'll be first down. The Chiefs are putting together a mighty fine drive here. Down deep into the Saints territory, might even be in the red zone. Let me check the spot. Right at the red zone marker. They are at the 20-yard line of New Orleans. I'm really trying to do my best not to look at my spreadsheet. I'm trying to be good here. I'm being good. I'm just watching the game. Who needs analytics? No, that's something. I've been kidnapped. That's how you know I've been kidnapped. We have 17 in motion. Blanking on who that is right now. Mahomes rolls to his right. He'll get Noah Gray. A nice little pickup of 15 on the play. Noah Gray made a man miss, and they had to tackle him by his ankles there. So the Chiefs are at first and goal from the 5-yard line. It was just a nice little pretending to be a blocker. And after Jordan completely dumps him, he kind of just starts, that's exactly what they teach you. Cam Jordan, he can't pick up the block on Jordan. Jordan gets free, and he just kind of slips into the secondary. Great job getting downfield by Noah Gray. Mahomes is 4 for 46 early on this drive. First and goal from the 6 coming up. Gray's in motion. Handoff, Kareem Hunt. Right up the middle. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the Chiefs get on the board early. A nice drive set up by the really tough, not even sure what Derek Carr was trying to do, interception. We'll see if he's down here. Nope, that's a touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt, well over the marker. Great job by Hunt finding the gaps, keeping those legs moving, and then a great job by Jawan Taylor, number 74, getting that pushing him over the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Harrison Butker for the extra point on this 10-play, 78-yard scoring drive. The kick from Butker is up, and it is drilled because he's one of the best kickers in the National Football League. 7-0. The Chiefs have an early lead. That was a mighty fine drive. That was a very nice drive by Kansas City. Very nice. Mahomes barely. That was very nice. They got Travis Kelce involved. He's got 3 receptions, 31. Mahomes has 46. Kareem Hunt took it 5 times for 23. A very solid first drive from Kansas City. And all off of that Derek, I don't know if anyone could explain that to me, because I did not. Was he trying to throw it away and he just did a bad job? Or was that half-hearted pass, like the embarrassment of that pass is why Derek Carr is in the bottom half of quarterbacks in the league, is just because of that kind of play? That is frustrating for a Saints fan. That is very frustrating, because he just there was no target in sight. I mean, he had a guy in double coverage. You don't throw that on the back foot, double coverage. He kind of half-heartedly flung it to him and just maybe my mediocre wide receivers are good enough. No, that was just a bad move. I mean, it wasn't even the play call. That's just bad quarterback play. Just really, really bad. So there are some things that we're watching out for here today. So we have a few meters going. You can't see them, but I have them on my head. So we're going to play a game where we're going to see at what moment does something spooky happen. At what second marker of how long the stream's been going. So far, the stream's been going for about 25 minutes now. And at what minute marker does something spooky happen? Something's happened every single time, whether it's creepy noises, the pink dwarf, the mysterious mosquito, or there's been some weird ones. If you've been around, there's been some messed up stuff. There's been noises. I feel like there's been people talking somewhere in the nearby buildings, and I've been able to hear them. There's been some spooky stuff happening for the spooky month. So at what minute do we believe something spooky is going to happen? Not that. That was just me with the pen. Spooky stuff happens in this house. I'm telling you, it's a very old, spooky, haunted house. Someone said that the thing that is haunted is, in fact, the pink dwarf, which I have been recently told is a gnome, which is not. There's no way it's a gnome. It looks like a dwarf to me. But that's our spooky meter. So we're going to keep track on that since it's spooky month. You know, we got to keep up the spooky meter. 7-0. The Chiefs have the lead. 6:34 remaining here in the first quarter. On that drive, Kareem Hunt averaged 4.6 yards per game. He had 23 yards on the ground and that TD. Very nice. Carson Steele didn't touch the ball. Perhaps a change in the running back pace for Kansas City. So Harrison Butker will kick it off back, and that'll go for a touchback. So the Saints will start from their own 30-yard line for the second time today. They had a bit of something going early on that first drive before Derek Carr just suddenly decided, hey, games don't matter, and just throws one up to be intercepted. That one's, I'm not going to let him live that one down. That was an embarrassing throw. I don't know why he made that. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 6:34 here in the first quarter. Derek Carr under center, Kamara in the backfield. And off to Kamara. Kamara's going to try to get the edge, and he will actually get about 2 or 3 yards on that one. You better definitely. Everyone's going to leave, and then I'm going to be downstairs getting some food. I might even bring the snack up, do it during the third quarter, and then all of a sudden during that, you got just a flicker of light, just whoo. Steve Spagnuolo has done a great job being the DC of this here Chiefs defense, which has been very solid considering the amount of points they've allowed. I've been all over this Chiefs defense through the first 4 weeks of the year. Carr under center again, Olave in motion, and it'll be play action under a lot of pressure. He'll step up to throw deep. We know what happened last time, but he's got a man, and he overshoots him. Derek Carr. Oh, Derek Carr is just not having a good day. He had him, actually. If that was in the right place, if that were a better quarterback, I'm sorry, but if that were a better what is this? What is that hand motion? He goes down when he throws. He had him, too. Yeah, he just needed to put that in his hands. Dennis Allen knew it, too. He knew he had him, and he's that's a tough throw. 3rd and 7. He'll drop back. Throw and underneath. What? Why? Okay. I'm starting to lose my faith in this Clint Kubiak offense here. What was that? That was to Mason Tipton, the wide receiver who I know absolutely nothing about. Derek Hitt gets nailed at the end there. Not really nailed, pushed back slightly. He over-dramatized it a little. And that was just a really bad. Why did they expect that to work? All right, it's just going to be one of those days, huh? One of those days where I'm just going to be like, what are they doing? Are they intentionally trying to lose this game? Very spooky. It's very spooky, sir. And the punt. It's a booming one. High punt. And that'll be fielded at about the 17, and he'll just walk it about. So not great field position. No fake punt. Are you crazy? And it was at this moment when everyone who's watching this realizes that Boat Nerd is never going to be an NFL head coach. Except for Dan Campbell. His celebrity lookalike, Dan Campbell. fake punt on 4th and 5 from your own 35. That's funny. It's very spooky. They're doing the spooky commercials right now. There will be something spooky, not on this channel. It'll be on my other channel, RSquared's Monday Morning Mayhem. I just saw you leave. That's really funny timing. Just as the plugin, someone left. Not cool. Not cool. So that spooky content will be on my other channel, RSquared's Monday Morning Mayhem. And that'll be fun. I'll be on a place where I won't be able to do live streams for an entire month, basically, starting on October the 20th. I will not be doing a live stream from that point onwards. I'll try to get everything I can in, but this is going to be one of the last few commentaries I'll be doing until mid-November. So that's sad. I'll miss you guys. If you're looking for some content, go ahead over to the other channel. There'll be at least 2 posts in that time, one of which will be a special Halloween video. I know it's rough, but I'm going to be in a place where I'm not even sure I'll have Wi-Fi. So I don't know if I'll be able to do this. It's not looking possible. So I'm just going to make some videos on the other channel. You should go subscribe to that if you haven't already. It's a good one. It's called RSquared's Monday Morning Mayhem. So if you click on the Exponential and you go down all the way to the bottom, it's down there on the other channel section. So that one's my personal channel. This one's kind of like a broad spectrum channel. I'm just the host here. That one's actually my channel. I made that. That was the original name of this one before it became the Exponential. And I didn't feel like getting rid of it. It felt like too much history. So we moved it over there. There's nothing on there yet, but there will be very soon. There was going to be a live on there. That's where I was going to put the British commentary on. Where I was going to do something fun with the London one. There will be. Taylor Swift's here! Oh my goodness, we have to get the snacks. Taylor Swift's in the building. The surprise. Oh my goodness, Taylor Swift's here. Patrick Mahomes starting under center from his own 23-yard line. Better field possession than on their last drive. He'll go play action and he'll just throw it at the ground. There. Mahomes mouthing bad play call. Didn't like what he saw. But yeah, that's where all the spooky stuff's going to be. There's going to be a spooky video. It'll probably come out on Halloween. So on All Hallows Eve. It's gonna be fun. You'll get the big reveal there. There's not going to be any warning. It's just going to kind of come out. But it'll be at the bottom of the Exponential on the other channel section. Subscribe to that. And that's where the Halloween stuff's going to be. Hand off to Kareem Hunt. Hunt's got an edge, but he just didn't see it in time. That'll go for about 2 or 3 on the play. Bringing up 3rd and long for Kansas City. I give everyone permission to leave right now and go subscribe to the other channel and then come right back. 3rd and 7. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. I was waiting for it right to get on 20 seconds, but I really had to drag that out. 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line. Nice. Welcome to the mayhem. That was good. There's a definite false start there. There it is. There's the flag. And it'll be false start by Brad Rogers, who's in a 6th season as NFL referee. I don't care. Only 3 people watching. I don't care. It's not for you. See, I'm not. I don't. 2. Thanks. I have the count. I'm just messing with you. I don't really mind. This is about what it normally is. I don't really do it for the sake of it. This has always been more of a career thing because this is the field I want to go to. I've been told I'm really good at it. Patrick Mahomes drops back deep under a lot of pressure. He's going to do some Mahomes magic and he'll escape and he'll throw and it hits the ground. Incomplete. 4th and 12. Coming up for Kansas City after that false start. Pushed him back 5. And so the Chiefs will be forced to punt on their second drive. Good job by the Saints defense on that one. Yeah, so that did. That was just, it was a bad throw, but he just did that the Mahomes good old-fashioned way. No, but like this channel has never existed for any viewers' purposes. It's existed because it's really fun for me. I enjoy doing this. No fake. At the 21-yard line. The punt from Matariza. Ooh, dangerous punt, almost blocked. The punter was hit. We'll see if a flag comes in, and it is returnable to the 30, and he'll be upended. Oh, no, he's not. He's going backwards, though. He'll get somehow back to the 35-yard line. There are many a flag on the play, but not on the right side of the field, so it won't be anything related to the punter, but it will be, we'll see what the call is from Brad Rogers. Dan Campbell did. You're not Dan Campbell. They're not Dan Campbell. Andy Reid's not him. Neither are you. You're not him, Boat. Turning into a Lions fan? You're turning into a Lions fan, aren't you? The betrayal. I cannot read lips. So there was a penalty. I'll check it now. It was offensive holding, so that'll be pushed 10 yards and forced at the 33, so they'll start at their own 23-yard line. It's actually taking a worse return. They had it good there, too. It's a costly penalty there for New Orleans, getting bad starting field position. Same as Mahomes as their last drive, though. But still. So no, I really do this all, for one, I do it for fun. I really enjoy doing commentaries. It's something I've always liked doing. I love sports. I love public speaking. It's just perfect for me. And from a career perspective, it looks really nice on a resume. I do this once a week. That's basically all the regular commentators do, right? It's from a career standpoint. I'm still young. Got to get ahead of the game before the game even knows what hit them. So Mahomes went 0 for 2 on that last drive after a really impressive first drive. And Derek Carr has been generally underwhelming and really disappointing to watch. I'm being honest. I have not been pleased with the Saints' play so far. In this one, maybe they can turn it around on this one, but so far, it's been ugly. It has been ugly. I am glad I did not do the commentary last night. I saw someone who's going, hey, maybe you should do the Steelers-Cowboys commentary. I'm like, no. I made the right choice, because the reason I didn't do that one is because I knew that the score was going to be low. Two of the top defenses facing each other. I'm like, no. And it was relatively low. 20-17 isn't a good game by many means. I'm hoping that this one is a little more like the Baltimore-Buffalo game that we had last time. That we had last week. But what was I saying? But yeah, so I hope this game's like the Baltimore-Buffalo game, high scoring, but I want it to be competitive, hopefully. And I'm really looking for that perfect game. There's going to be one eventually. We are 0 for this year. We have not had a game that has been high scoring and competitive. And by high scoring, I mean in the 30s. The only team that's hit 30 so far is Baltimore against Buffalo last week that we've seen. And even then, it was a meh. It was a meh game. What do you mean, Boatnerd? What does that mean? Derek Carr under center, and it'll be blown dead. There'll be a flag. False start on New Orleans. It'll be on Tyrese Fuaga. Mama Kelsey's in the house. Donna Kelsey's Travis and Jason's brother, although Jason is retired, sadly. But Travis is active, and he's had a pretty good start to this game so far. Derek Carr will start under center yet again. Carr handoff, Kamara. Kamara getting stuffed. He'll only go for 2. I'm RSquared. Welcome to the Exponential. And no, I do this purely for fun. Steve Spagnuolo is in his 6th season as the Chiefs defensive coordinator. He's had a very nice game. He's had a very good season as far as coaching goes. Derek Carr under center again, and he's under a bit of pressure. He'll have to scramble right, something that Derek Carr's not used to, and now is out of bounds by a mile. 3rd and 13 coming up. Steve Spagnuolo has done a very respectable job so far this season as a defensive coordinator, one of the best in the game over the last few years. He's been very underappreciated throughout the first few years of the Chiefs dynasty, now up and running. But this year, I feel like people are starting to accept him a little more. 1 second. All right. Pretty good. The Chiefs' kingdom's on its feet here on 3rd and 13, one of the loudest atmospheres to play in. Derek Carr launches deep again in double coverage. Ooh, Rashid Shaheed was heavily contacted there. There's no penalty. Bring up 4th and 13. Justin Reed and him jawing at each other a little after that one. That was PI. No, it wasn't. Rashid Shaheed, it was just a bad throw. I don't think there was any chance of him catching that. The only one who could have caught that was Brian Cook, and it was an interception. It was in quadruple coverage. Why do you throw that? Why? It's just been a generally unimpressive game for New Orleans. 4th and 13, and here comes the punt. That's a nice punt. We'll get it at the 30 where it is returnable. And Hardman trying to make something out of nothing, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. So that's where the Chiefs will start their upcoming drive, where Patrick Mahomes will take over. What does that mean, 1 a.m., Boatner? Over here, it is. But I don't know if that's what you're talking about. So the Saints, I'm nonplussed by their offense so far. I don't necessarily blame it on the play calling. I blame it completely on Derek Carr because he's made 5 or 6 deep shots now, and none of them have gone completed, and they've all been generally just ugh. I'm like, why do you make that shot? Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, okay. I saw. It ended 1 a.m. Yeah, I read that. I was unsure. It came. You sent it a little late, man. Type faster. No, I'm just messing with you. No, yeah, that game ended late. The weather delay. I'm glad I did not do that because I am in Europe. Yet again, I'll say it because it's impressive because of the time difference. Right now, this game just started and it's already 2 a.m. But that one, it would have been done. The sun would have been up. Over here, I would have just not slept. The sun's already up. What's the point? That would have been me. Sun's already up. Yeah, who needs sleep? It's for the weak. Yeah. I don't need sleep. This game has been meh. Didn't I? I mean, hey, I'm here for it. I was there way ahead. It's just a bad game. Just a bad throw. Such a bad throw. He's just been playing so badly. Oh, you know what I forgot to do at the start of this? I forgot. I'm going to do it. Da, 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 da. 1 second. I'm putting up a poll. Bear with me. I'll still commentate through it. Turn on. I'm being impatient with technology, as always. I'll commentate this play, and then I'll finish up the poll. Patrick Mahomes will shovel it over to Kareem Hunt, who's got the edge, and he'll make a nice little move to get about 7 or 8 on the play. All right. Yeah, all right. And then from now on, I'm going to need you guys to consistently, every time someone comes in, you got to use the poll. You got to click something. That's the rule. Whenever it's up. Patrick Mahomes drops back to pass. He's under a bit of pressure, and he'll dump one off nice and clean over to that guy, Jody Fortson. And that'll go for a first down, 1st and 10 coming up. I'm looking for a good game. 1 second. That's going to bother people. My bad. Mahomes will hand it off to Carson Steele, and Carson Steele is going to go right up the gun for that again, a 9 on the play. It's Carson Steele, everybody. Carson Steele. 1 second, the poll's almost done. Then I'll be fully focused. That's not right. I'm really going to upset people. I keep I'm upsetting control freaks with what I'm doing because everything's like all off. Mahomes to Kelsey on the edge. Kelsey makes a nice little move, and that'll go for about a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Nice. And I'm almost done. I'm not doing Bengals Giants. Not happening. All right. There we go. Did it work? Yeah. Vote. No, don't do that. All right, vote on that. Vote on that during these plays. All right, so that'll go for a close to a first down on a nice little catch and run there to end the first quarter. Yes, it was not a catch. It was Kareem Hunt for 8 yards. That went for close to a first down, but that'll end the first quarter. Derek Carr has been regrettably meh throughout this first quarter, and Kansas City has been doing Kansas City stuff. And they're up 7-0 and driving at the New Orleans 28-yard line as we head into the second quarter. It's been a tough quarter. It's been a tough game to watch so far, but we'll see if they can pull this one out towards the end. In the next 3 quarters. I'm not saying towards the end. New Orleans got to step up their game. So far, I've been very, very disappointed with their play. You want Ravens Commanders? Nice. If you are here, please vote in the poll. It's very important. It determines next week because I was going to do 49ers Seahawks, but I'm double booked on Thursday as well. I'm just always double booked. I'm a busy person because this is not my only gig. Vote 2024. Yeah, but in this one, the options are actually good. That was good. Come on. That was good. That was a good joke. I'm not old enough to vote, so it doesn't matter what I say. I should change that to the name of the poll. I should make that into a clip. I think that's the best joke I've made. By far the best joke I've made on the channel. That was funny. That's the best thing that's happened in this game so far. That joke. That's wild. 7-0 here at the start of the second quarter. Kansas City leads 7-0. Mahomes will start under center. Juju Smith-Schuster's in motion with Kareem Hunt in the backfield at the New Orleans 28-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up. Mahomes play action under a bit of duress. He'll dodge 2 and he'll dump one off to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's got room to run. Kareem Hunt down to the 12-yard line of the Saints. A nice little dump off to Kareem Hunt. If you're here, don't forget to vote. I'm going to remind you every single time. Every time I see the viewer count go up, vote, 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 vote. Not in the chat, not the real one. No one wants to vote. Do the chat vote. What am I commentating on next week? Nice little moves there by Kareem Hunt. Mahomes staying alive by some miracle. Just staying alive there. Like the Bee Gees. I'm pretty sure that's who sang that song. Hardman in motion, and it'll go to Hardman. Hardman on the jet sweep, and that'll go for about 6 yards on the play. I see a lot of people vote. Do the vote. Do the poll. What game am I commentating on? You can vote in the chat, in the live chat. 2nd and 5 coming up for Kansas City. 13:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Cole Hardman on that bit of a trickeration there. Andy Reid brewing something up like he always tends to do. Travis Kelce in motion. And Mahomes will drop back. A little bit of pressure. He has to step up. He rolls to his right. There is a holding, but that will be a touchdown to Noah Gray. But without a doubt, there was a hold. Not even close. If I can see it, they can see it. That's a solid rule that I think every team needs to establish. Is that if the people on YouTube can see it, chances are the refs can see it. Jawan Taylor, he had him in a death grip. It was an obvious holding. There's no way he could have lasted that long with the pressure coming like that. And Andy Reid not happy with his offensive lineman there. 2nd and 15 coming up for Kansas City. 13:30 remaining here in the first half. Chiefs driving. They're at the New Orleans 17-yard line. Patrick Mahomes drives back under a lot of pressure. Mahomes will be forced to scramble up trips. He gets it to Kelce, who will go for about a gain of 9 or 10 on the play. It's going to be open all day. If you're the only one, we're doing Ravens Commanders. Congrats. If you're the only one, we're doing Ravens Commanders. That's just how it works. It's a democracy. Travis Kelce, normally I pick the game, but the game I wanted to do, I can't do. Patrick Mahomes with Worthy in motion. Mahomes will take the direct snap. Mahomes under a bit of pressure from Cam Jordan. He's got happy feet in the backfield. Mahomes is putting he's like on a spin moving all over the place. He's just having his way with the D lineman there, but that ball goes way incomplete. No one in town. But Mahomes, how about a little magical Mahomes there? He's under pressure. The front, he can't step up because he knows they're going to get him there. He eventually steps up. He does goes around his own offensive lineman and then just basically throws it away. And Andy Reid, not liking something. 26 yards. It should be a chip shot for the very talented Harrison Butker. And the kick is drilled as expected. 12:40 remaining here in the first half. The Chiefs take a 10-0 lead. How about this? Every commercial break, reminded about the poll. Do the poll. If it's not, we're doing Ravens Commanders. If you don't vote, it's Ravens Commanders. I am incredibly disappointed so far in this game. The Saints have been disastrous. It's been really tough to watch. So much for that 150 yards by Alvin Kamara. That's only if they manage to hand it off to Alvin Kamara with the deficit that they've already put themselves into. It has not been pretty. Someone voted, Boat Nerd. It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. You're in trouble now. We're going in London. Excuse me. In London. I'll have to do a British accent throughout the entire thing. That's what I was saying. I wanted to do it this week, but it didn't work out. I had a radio show that I was producing. You worried? You worried, Boatnern? Getting worried that it's not going to be in Washington? We're going to be in London? Or are you going to ask your dad to come in and vote for the Commanders? Just ask a friend, hey, can you come to this link and then vote for the Commanders? And then while you're at it, tell them to subscribe if you're not already. I'm more than happy to do Jags and Bears in London. I mean, chances are it's going to be a god-awful game, but I'll commentate on it. The last time I did a Bears game, it was bad. It was tough to watch. That was also the time we got the Grossi raid, though, so you never know. In the international series. You never know. You never know. But the Jags have been tough to watch, except for this most recent game against Indianapolis, where the Colts just could not click on offense or defense, and the Jags took advantage of that. If you're here, vote on the poll. Or we have a 50-50 tie. Someone else has got to do it. Can't leave it up to my mod. You can't do it. Because I know they're going to pick London. They're going to pick London easily. They're not even going to think about it. They'll be like, hey, which game do you want me to do? Ravens, Commanders, or Jaguars, Bears in London? They're going to be like, Jaguars, Bears in London. You better get someone quick, Boner. If you're here, vote. Vote in the poll. We got to know what we're commentating on next week. Harrison Butker. They kick off with a new dynamic kickoff, and that's returnable, and they will return it. And he'll be stuffed at about the 26-yard line, where the Saints will start their drive. Their very disappointing drive. Their series of drives have just been so bad. They've just been so bad. It's only been 2, but I'm already dreading watching the Saints on offense. The rate that this is going, we might never commentate on a Saints game again. Maybe they can pull it out. Derek Carr under center. With some guy, I believe that's Shaheed in motion. Hand off to Williams. That's not going anywhere. 2nd and 10. They have a bit of a deficit here on this third drive of the day for New Orleans, down 10-3. I don't think they're awake. I think they were here for a minute and then left. They don't tend to stick around very long. They're not very good at the job. No, I'm just kidding. I'm here. I'm my own mod. They might be, but I doubt it. They're probably asleep. Derek Carr drops back to pass, throws, and he's got someone. It's number 83. That's Johnson, I believe. I'm looking. It is Josh Johnson. No, it's going to be a tight game. I'm more interested in the poll at this point. Am I going to get to put on the British accent? Or am I going to be a commander? I mean, it will be a really fun game. If I had to choose, it is very close between Ravens and Commanders and Cowboys and Lions. They're 2 very different ball games, though. And a nice little flick over to Alvin Kamara, which will go for about a gain of 10 on the play, which will get them the first down on 3rd and 6. Alvin Kamara did a really nice job getting the nice cut there. He was technically triple covered. He had 3 guys playing zone. He just made a nice cut, got the linebackers looking, got the first down. Nice route run by Alvin Kamara. 1st and 10. And Kamara's in the backfield, and Carr's under center. They're trying to get everything in order, play clock winding down, and they will get the snap-off, handoff. Alvin Kamara will be stuffed again. That'll go for maybe 1 if they get a good spot. Derek Carr's last 4 offensive coordinators, Greg Olson, not the same Greg Olson, Mick Lombardi, not very good. Pete Carmichael, and Clint Kubiak, who's, in my opinion, by far the best out of all of these guys. But it's not the same Greg Olson. It didn't look like the same Greg Olson. I wasn't aware. I think he was still playing at that time. Derek Carr drops back to pass. Carr will throw up the middle. He's got a man. First down, New Orleans. Nice little completion to Rashid Shaheed. Has been the deep threat for the Saints so far this year. Oh, bless me. Oh, man. All right. So Derek Carr is one of 3 players in NFL history with 3,000 plus passing yards in each of his first 10 seasons. That's a pretty good mark. However, I've never been a Derek Carr fan. I've always found him not good enough to even make a deep playoff run. And so far, he's proved me right time and time again. Shaheed in motion, handoff Kamara. Kamara stuffed again. The run's not getting anywhere for the Saints. Man, the run game is just not getting going. 2nd and 9 coming up for New Orleans. Kubiak's trying to force the run, but Spagnuolo's expecting it. He knows that Carr's been shaky early. He's trying to force him into deep passes that are uncomfortable. He's doing a really great job. He's forcing Carr into uncomfortable situations. He's trying to take away the short pass and the run game. Carr will have to drop back under a bit of pressure from the side, and he will throw deep. He's got him! Touchdown, New Orleans! Rashid Shaheed! That time he hit him. He forced the deep ball, but Shaheed did the right thing. He got himself open at 43 yards as the deep threat goes deep. Oh, a beautiful move by Shaheed on the route. He had Brian Cook in a spin cycle with that move. Whew. Beautiful throw. Put it right where it needed to be. And Shaheed ran that route. Man, it looked like it was still in the playbook. That's how well he ran that. And the ball was it was placed perfectly. That's the first sign of life from New Orleans today. And the kick from Groupie is good. 10-7. The Saints putting up a little resistance. Maybe we have a good one. New Orleans not going away quite yet. Shaheed with the move. Whew, man, he dusted Brian Cook on that one. And the deep threat goes deep yet again. The Saints still in this one, 10-7. Kansas City has the lead with 8:36 remaining here in the first half. See you in the second half, Boat Nerd. See you in the second half. You got to comment again when you show back up. If you haven't voted already, do vote in the poll. If you're around, vote in the poll. Very important. Very important. That deep touchdown is very, very good throw. And I'm supposed to be standing. I don't want to. All right. With my standing desk, I shall stand. Hear it humming. Chair's in my way, though. So we have a pretty good one so far. The Saints really made it count on that last drive. Mighty impressive. Derek Carr is now 7 of 11 for 8. Suddenly his stats went from really mediocre and some terrible throws to 7 of 11 for 85, 1-1, which is just an okay game, but he's keeping them alive. And that was just a great route by Rashid Shaheed. It was just perfect. The move that he put on Brian Cook had him looking too. Cook needed to do a full 360 just to be able to look at him again, and let alone catch him. There was no catching Shaheed on that one. Perfect route ran there by Shaheed, and Chiefs defense had nothing to do about the deep threat there. I mean, that's what you get, really. If you're Spagnuolo, that's what you get. That's what he wanted to do. It's what he's been trying to force them to do. So he's been really trying to force the Saints to throw deep. He saw that first pass. He saw how it was awful, completely atrocious. Then the second and thirds also off the mark. And now he's shutting down the run game, trying to make him pass deep, but that relies on the deep safety. One deep safety, that's all you need, the deep safety. and a cornerback who can cover. And Brian Cook, just the safety Brian Cook, he was deep, but he got lost in the spin cycle. He got put right into the washing machine, and woo, there he goes. And here comes the dynamic kickoff for the first time, and this is returnable. It's a muff! And it'll be picked up off the ground, but the Chiefs will be starting from their own 20-yard line, maybe even the 17, depending on where they started. But a muffed kickoff. Whew. Oh, man. Collective exhale from Geha Field. Whew. I actually had 2 high safeties on that Shaheed catch, and none of them kept the pace with Shaheed, who just made that one move. Oh, and Cook just could not. He tried to keep up with him, but he got him. He just completely nailed the zone there, right down the money, and Cook had to spin around to get his eyes on him again. Mahomes handed off to Kareem Hunt, who's been the primary back so far today. That'll go for about 3 or 4 on the run. That's tough. That's tough. 2nd and 6. Coming up for KC. If you are here, do not forget to vote in the poll. We got to know what we're commentating on next week. The game I wanted to do, I cannot do. So right now it's a tie between Jags and Bears and Ravens and Commanders. There's an injured Chief down on the play. Do not see who, but it appears to be an O-lineman of sorts, one of them. And Mahomes will go over to him, see how he does, how he's going, really. I mean, considering the amount of 5 weeks through the year, I feel like I personally have not commentated any games that have had some major injuries. We've had the pretty clean games. We've had some clean games. Again, since it's a commercial break, vote in the poll. Do it. Are we doing Jags, Bears in London? Are we doing Ravens, Commanders at the 1 o'clock window? Are we doing Cowboys, Lions at 4:25 on Sunday? Or are we doing Bills, Jets on M&F right here next week, same time? What are we doing? Vote. I made a bad joke earlier that I laughed way too hard at. It's the voting. It's voting 2024, but actually good. The options are actually good. That was a terrible joke. I laughed way too hard though. Don't come after me, YouTube. Don't come after me for that. It was funny. It was funny. Just peak comedy. Comedy at its finest. I do say. It was a beautiful throw there. Horrendous interception on opening drive. It was bad. It was kind of bad. Derek Carr's thrown some bad passes so far. Hey, the Heisman House, the new commercial, not sponsored by any of the affiliates of Nissan, but the Heisman House commercial was there. That was nice. I don't have sound though. I've been waiting for it. I haven't seen it. Excuse me. We might have a good game. We might have a good game here. We might have ourselves a football game. We might. Not ready to call it quite yet. Wanya Morris. Oh, that's a tough loss for Kansas City. I mean, the holding penalties have been all over the place for Morris, but he's been playing well. He's been giving them the coverage he needs. Mahomes will have to roll right all along that weak left side now, and he'll have to just throw it away after the pressure came quick. 3rd and 6 coming up for Kansas City. Kingsley Suamataya, teammates with the Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua in Utah at Orem High School. He's 2023 second team All Big 12 at BYU, and he's the second-round pick in the 2024 draft for Kansas City. Kingsley Suamataya. He's had a lot of time today. He hasn't done terribly, but, obviously there's been some rookie errors on his part so far this year. Mahomes in shotgun. 3rd and 6. From their own 24-yard line, it'll be 84 in motion. Watson. Mahomes looks deep, doesn't have anything. He's just going to take it himself. Right move, and he will get the first down with the arm extension. So Kansas City will get a new set of downs as they're at their own 31-yard line. Nice run there, Mahomes. Right move. He wanted Worthy. He had Worthy wide open, but he was just trying to extend the play. Didn't feel like throwing across his body like that. That was a tough throw to make. You can't always expect flashiness from Mahomes, but nonetheless, it was a first down, keeping the drive alive. Probably the safer bet there. Mahomes, play action. He'll throw a quick slant, and it is almost dropped, but reeled in by Juju Smith-Schuster. And the safety work for the Saints on that was bad. The safety work for the Saints, they've been rolling with that safety work. That they're playing the two high safeties, but the safeties for the Saints are just going in the wrong direction. One of them's going down for the pressure, one of them's going up downfield for the coverage, but they're just getting them in the middle of the field on a mid-range pass, and that's exactly what you have to do. And a toss up to Xavier Worthy, who's got room, he's got speed. We know he's got it, and he'll get to the New Orleans 43-yard line on a nice little high jump, trying to get over the giant paws of Cam Jordan, and does. Well, play action, pressure comes. Worthy has to pick up the block, cannot. He just dumps it off to him, and Worthy says, "All right, I can do a little bit of this and that." Gets a nice gain on that one. Chiefs have 111 receiving yards, and 80 of those 111 are coming after the catch. There's an injured Saint on the play on the Chiefs sideline. The Chiefs team is checking him out right now. They looked a little concerned there. Oh, they're calling game timeout. Something up on the bench of Kansas City. Okay, scratch that about we having a lack of injuries, but they would not have stopped the play for an injury that was not severe. So this one's obviously something to look out for. If you are just tuning in, it is a commercial break here in Chiefs and Saints. The Chiefs lead 10-7. And there is a poll live in the chat. It'll be there all day and half the night. So go ahead and vote in that. And we'll get to see what game I'll be at next week. Right now it's tied between the Jaguars and the Bears and the Ravens and the Commanders. So the early games tomorrow. No Bills, Jets. Disappointing. You don't want to hear a Dolphins fan's take on Bills and Jets. You just want to see me going to town on the game, even though I honestly do not want to come. I'm not doing Bengals Giants. I considered it very briefly, and I'm like, no one's going to vote it anyway. Not with Lions, Cowboys, Ravens, and Commanders on the table. So we'll see. So yeah, vote in the. Wait, what was the mark? 1 minute, 12 seconds. 1 minute, 12 seconds. All right, I gotta write it. I gotta 1 minute, 12. 1 hour, 12 minutes. 1 hour, 12 minutes. There is spooky. There is spooky. It's a humming. There's just something humming, and I don't know what it is. It's not like a bug or anything. It sounds like a fan. I don't know where it could be coming from though. It's just like a. You might be able to hear it actually. Let's take a look at the injuries from the safety Harris. What happened? Ooh, yeah, he's out for the year. Out for the year. That was a non-contact leg injury. Oh no, maybe he's fine. He's limping, but he's walking off on his own accord. Normally, when you see a non-contact injury like that, you know it's going to be bad. But he's walking off on his own. It's good to see. Schuster in motion, handoff, Kareem Hunt right up the gun. That'll go for about a gain of 3 on the play. 1st and 10 coming up for the Chiefs. That was spooky. If you're just tuning in, there was spooky. We had a little game going at the beginning at what time the spooky would happen, because honestly, I'm 90% certain that only while I'm streaming, this house is haunted. Because normally it's perfectly fine. But every time there's been some strange occurrence that happens, if you go back, there's always me pausing for a minute like, what is that? At some point. There was a very large mosquito last week. Who knows how it got in? Mahomes rolls to his left along with everyone else, and he'll fit one in nice and tight to Travis Kelce for a first down. The Chiefs are moving on into the New Orleans 32-yard line. I don't know if Kelce was set on that play. He did not look set ahead of the play. That could have been a penalty there. But that is a first down. The humming is still going on for those wondering. Things are getting awfully spooky. Worthy in motion. And it'll be a shovel. Uh-oh. Carson Steele fumbles. And, that was a disaster of a play. And they'll lose almost like 20, it looks like. And Xavier Worthy, thankfully, was coming around for a bit of trickeration. Taylor completely blew that up. Just a beautiful. Kelce missed his block, and Steele just did not get his hands on it before getting nailed. And Worthy, lucky he was there, because Steele actually had a very loose grip on that ball. And he calls himself a running back. Whew. The Chiefs have gotten lucky. They've gotten lucky a few times. Second and D and 24. Coming up for Kansas City. Mahomes trying to make time. He steps up. He's just going to run it himself and takes a shot. There is a flag. Well, Mahomes just shrugs it off, saying, hey, I've taken harder, which he has. He'll surely get a talking to from Andy Reid on the sideline when he gets back. But there's another flag. This might be coming back. And it is coming back, so Kansas City will lose another 10. And Trey Smith saying, my bad. So second and really long coming up for Kansas City. Like, really, really long. Yeah, he was all over him. Yeah, Trey Smith did. He held. And then taking a shot from Taylor, who blew up that last one. And it didn't even count. Mahomes tapping him up at the end. He's like, yeah, you tried. And they've been pushed back into their own territory with a total loss of 24 yards. And they'll just go for a simple screen to Juju Smith-Schuster, who's got some room to run, but he gets back into their territory. But it'll be third and long nonetheless. They'll get to about the 44-yard line of New Orleans. I'm tired of standing. I'm going to sit back down. Third down coming up for Kansas City. 3:45 remaining here in the first half. The undefeated Chiefs have the lead 10-7 over the New Orleans Saints. Mahomes has gone 13 of 17 for 131. Travis Kelce has 6 receptions for 53 yards, the most active he's been all season. And Kareem Hunt's had a nice little game himself. Carson Steele, less so. Mahomes drives back to pass on 3rd and 22. He'll give it to Kelce. Trying to see if he can make some moves. And it's a lateral! And a lateral play almost gets them the first down. He's 1 yard short, a 21-yard lateral that we've seen before. And the Chiefs' kingdom is going insane. After that, a little play to Travis Kelce, who just tries to make his way as far as he can to the left, then gives it to 34. Let me double check who that is. But what an incredible effort there. It was lateral to Samaje Perine. They're going for this. It's 4th and 1. Hey, might as well. You're up by 3. And there will be a timeout taken out there. They're at the New Orleans 23. It'll be on for New Orleans, the timeout, I believe. Yeah, timeout New Orleans. So take this timeout to go ahead and vote in the poll. If you haven't already, vote in the poll. There's at least one person, maybe more, here who haven't voted. Vote in the poll. It'll determine what we're commentating on next year. Is your favorite team on there? Vote for that. If they're not, vote for which game you think sounds the best. Got 2 votes so far. It's split 50-50 between the Jags and Bears in London and the Ravens and the Commanders in Washington at the 1 o'clock window. So Kelce with that nice lateral. Whew. It's it to Samaje Perine. They almost got it. All right, 4th and 1. Mahomes under center, Hunt in the backfield, heavy motion. They are all set. They changed the direction of the play there. Saints defense is scrambling a bit. Handoff Kareem Hunt. He got it. Nice run by Kareem Hunt. Easy first down. So the Chiefs will keep it alive. 1st and 10. Clint Kubiak's been drawing up the offensive plays for New Orleans so far. I mean, there's no one else that can do it, really, as he gets fired. But I don't expect him to. He's a very good coordinator for the Saints offense. They just haven't been showing it. Dennis Allen has been mediocre for the defensive play calling. Kareem Hunt will take it 1 or 2 yards. He's actually done a much worse job than Clint Kubiak has done on offense. Honestly, this Saints team has not impressed me. Just watching this game, they've not impressed me at all. They need to step up the game. They're just general game plan if they're going to keep themselves in this one. But at that little Kareem Hunt run, that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs lead 10-7, driving deep into Saints territory. And we'll see if that goes. If you have not voted already, vote. Do it. I dare you. Are we going to London? Are we going to Washington? Big difference there. It's about a 10-hour flight difference. No, it's like 8, but... Excuse me. So the Chiefs are putting together a nice long drive. I'll tell you exactly how long in a minute. Let's get a nice long drive, 6 minutes, 36 seconds, 12 plays, 61 yards. They're moving at their own pace right now. They're saying, who needs to rush? Who needs to rush? We're just going to go at our own pace. We're going to win this game slow or fast. If they don't have, they will not give the Saints the ball back. They don't have to. There's a very good possibility they will not give the Saints the ball back. Derek Carr is 7 of 11 for 85, 1-1, which isn't half bad. But Patrick Mahomes has put up much better numbers with 14 of 18 for 151 yards, no TD. 58 of those 151 yards come from Travis Kelce. And on the ground game, Alvin Kamara is struggling to put together anything with 6 carries for 18 yards. While Kareem Hunt has done much better, 12 carries, 53 yards, and a TD. It's been a rough start for New Orleans so far. I had glasses, so I have to clean them. Contacts, am I right? Gotta get them. I don't like contacts, though. They're funky. I don't like contacts. But at the same time, I also don't like cleaning my glasses. So, I can't see anything. But I can see that we are back from Get Health Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City, Missouri, as Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are driving deep into the territory of the New Orleans Saints, very close to the red zone area. They are in the red area, the 19-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up for Kansas City. 10-7 lead, and they're about to add on to that, assuming nothing terribly wrong goes. And Mahomes will be taken down, as I was saying, as long as nothing bad happens, and the ball is snapped, and he's basically swallowed up instantly. That was kind of crazy timing, unless something bad happens, and then the Saints are all over him on that one. Chase Young, the former Washington Commander, he was a big name in Washington. He's been a lot less so in New Orleans so far to start the year. 3rd and 14 coming up for Kansas City. Holmes might actually just launch one up to the end zone. I do not know what's happening or who that is. Mike Ornstein. I apologize. I'm sure he was a great person. I do not know who he is. 3rd and 14. Patrick Mahomes, obviously a pass coming. Worthy's in motion. See if Worthy can turn the Jets on upfield. It's going to be like a Hail Mary style. I think it is the Hail Mary play, and they'll just go to a dump off to P. Ryan. We'll try to make something out of nothing. He'll get to about the 14-yard line, where the Chiefs will more than likely kick a field goal. Dennis Allen gets his defense off the field. He's not looking very happy about it, though. 4th and 5 coming up for the Chiefs. They're probably going to kick a field goal. I would be really surprised if Andy Reid keeps his offense out there for the second time in this sequence. The pens are rolling. The pens are rolling. And you get a look at their commentators for the game, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. But if you don't like either of them, although I do admit Joe Buck is one of the best in the game, say you don't like Troy Aikman, you come on over here to the Exponential at any day that I'm commentating on Monday Night Football, and I'll gladly be your replacement. Just turn on your TV, mute it, and come listen to me instead. 34 yards for Harrison Butker. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Chiefs take a 6-point lead with 1:32 remaining here in the first half, 13-7. Kansas City has owned this game so far, in my opinion, with the exception of that one long touchdown to Rashid Shaheed. It's been a Chiefs football game pretty much all around. Kansas City's dominating. If you are just joining us, do not forget to type. You can type in the live chat too. It's late. I'm sorry. Do not forget to put in the poll what game I'm commentating on, what game you want me to commentating on. We're in a democracy here. You can vote. It's your choice what I'm commentating on. Go ahead, vote in the poll. So Travis Kelce he's hit everyone tonight. Patrick Mahomes has. He's hit 8 different receivers, and only 2 of them more than once. Travis Kelce being the most with 7 times. He's been going around. I'm going to give everyone a bit of an opportunity. So Harrison Butker will kick this one, and it's returnable, and they will. No, they will not. It's active. Ooh, a little hesitation. That's a mistake, and that'll go to the 21. He stepped out. That would have been catastrophic if he had taken the knee there, but he does not. So he'll take it out, and that'll get to about the 21. Indecisiveness got to him. Got to him there. Hungry skill players, based on hungry hippos, for Kansas City style. So 2 of them are out with injury, and Kelce's got the fewest receptions and touchdowns through 4 games since his rookie season. That's he's not had a great year. Taylor Swift hasn't had much to cheer for. So the Saints will start their 2-minute drill from their own 21-yard line. Derek Carr is going to go deep. Carr's got him. Oh, he caught it, but he was out of bounds. What a throw, and he caught it, but he just got pushed out at the great defense by Kansas City. Whew, that was a tight one. Tight window to fit that in. He got him, but just falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Excuse me. Meanwhile, in other news, the Tigers just closed up the Guardians to tie the ALDS 1-1. See how that one goes. Derek Carr is looking deep again. He'll go to the dump-off option. He can't get out of bounds. No timeouts. The Saints are going to have to go hurry up. But it almost seems like they're just half-heartedly playing this game. It has been really unimpressive. I've been generally disappointed in how this has gone for New Orleans. Oh, look at this hesitation here in the end zone. Oh, he almost took that knee, but he realized he was out. He skidded off the grass, one singular. Ooh, it's almost a knee, but they say no. Ooh, man, that was almost really bad for New Orleans. So last play, they're going to actually give Kansas City the ball back, and Alvin Kamara swallowed up, blown up in the backfield, and Kansas City's defense comes up strong yet again. Derek Carr, he tried for the little bit of the play of the little bit of kind of play, sort of play, not really. I don't know what I'm saying. Alvin Kamara gets out of the backfield, and he just wants the dump off. He's trying to get the screen, and it is just absolutely blown up by Nick Bolton, who's been a beast in this Chiefs linebacker unit. And they're really keeping it going. So the Chiefs, after only a 20-second drive, no yards gained on the play, no yards gained on the drive by the Saints, they'll be punting it back to Kansas City, and the Chiefs will have another chance to go down the field. And the best part is, Kansas City gets the ball to start the second half. Realistically, the Chiefs could go up 27-7 before New Orleans gets the ball back, or like a legitimate chance to get the ball back. This is bad situation for New Orleans. Is not looking pretty for the Saints. So they will punt from their own 21-yard line. And it will be returned by Mecole Hardman. Hardman to the 30-35. Who are you? Who are these people? I'm not sure if I should remove that. I don't know the guidelines. I'll have to review them later. Hold them for review. Anyway. Patrick Mahomes drops back to pass. Mahomes will throw low. Misses the mark there. Going towards Xavier Worthy. 2nd and 10, 53 seconds to go for Kansas City before the half. Remember, they do get the ball back to start the second half of this game. Dennis Allen trying to lock up things on defense here on 2nd and 10. Mahomes in shotgun. He's got P. Ryan by his side, which means it's probably a passing play. And it will be Saints will bring a bit of a blitz, 5 men. Mahomes looks deep. He's got Schuster, and Schuster's down to the 33 of New Orleans. And all that means is that they're basically getting a field goal out of this one. Oh, he's going to get fined for that. He did the handguns. So Smith-Schuster will be receiving a fine for doing the handguns at the end of the play there. NFL's cutting back on these celebrations. No handguns, no bow and arrows either. At the end of the play where can't do that anymore. 1st and 10 from the 33. Kansas City wants a touchdown. Saints bring a bit of pressure again. Misses the mark, hits Worthy behind him a bit. Ooh, my bad. I'm looking at this, some of these things in the chat. I'm not sure where this is coming from. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but I'll have to review the guidelines at the end of this. Patrick Mahomes drops back again, 4-man rush. Young's chasing him, and Mahomes will throw it to the sideline to Smith-Schuster, and it is caught. 3rd down coming up, however, but he does get out of bounds. So 34 seconds here in the first half. Andy Reid dialing stuff up for the Chiefs. Let's see if that was, in fact, a catch. It was. 2 feet. Nice catch by Juju Smith-Schuster. The Chiefs are glad to have him back. A little bit of a wobbly pass by Mahomes, who took a bit of a hit at the end there by number 90, but he's not flagged for it. But he's taken out of the game anyway. Probably just a Dennis Allen thing saying that was close. 3-man rush coming to Kansas City. It's Schuster again who will get into the red zone after a missed tackle. Will be down at the 19. Kansas City will call their last time out. Interesting call by Andy Reid. Might have wanted to save that for the field goal, but it's obvious he wants the TD here. Tight ends for Kansas City, they've been active. Mostly Travis Kelce, who's found himself open in the middle of the field on early in the game, and then Noah Gray, who missed a block, but that doesn't mean he's still not open. And then, of course, the other guy, Jody Fortson, the forgotten man of the unit. Travis Kelce again on the sideline. Bang, got him. Right there, right where he needed to be. The tight ends have been active so far for Kansas City. If they can keep that up, that's exactly what they have to do. They know their wide receiver unit's banged up, losing Rashee Rice and especially losing Isaiah Pacheco at the backfield, which took out an entire threat to this Chiefs team. Jason Kelce on the sideline. He's on the new crew for MNF, I believe. Mahomes, he's going to take a shot to Kelce, who makes a beautiful move to get inside the 10-yard line, but most importantly, gets out of bounds, sends the defender flying with a nice little stutter step, one stutter step, and then two, and then he'll just make such an effort to get out of bounds there. Fantastic job by Travis Kelce being the veteran player there. Taylor Swift, 2 times. Take a bite of your whatever snack you have. I didn't get one before the game. I'll get one at halftime. I'm not sticking around for Grassi this time unless he is doing raids. He wasn't doing one last time, but I'll keep him. I'll watch him. We'll see. I'll have him on downstairs. And if he starts doing them, I'll rush up. Patrick Mahomes will take the snap. Mahomes looking towards the end zone. He's got no one. He's trying to extend the play, and he'll just dump it off 15 seconds before the half. That's plenty of time to take a shot at the end zone. That's 3 Taylor Swift sightings, everyone. 3. 3 Taylor Swifts. I got it. Oh, that was close. 3 T. Oh, I'm not typing. What am I typing on? What am I possibly typing on? 3 T Swifts. That's crazy. It's crazy. 3 times. That's the most we've had all year. Mahomes rolls to his right under pressure. Cam Jordan coming for him, one of the best in the game, and he'll fling one out of the back of the end zone, which will bring up 4th and 2. Kansas City might just take the kick here. Yeah. Andy Reid doesn't want to, but he'll take the kick nonetheless. So out comes Harrison Butker for his 3rd field goal attempt of the day. It's not a touchdown, but it's a field goal, and they get the ball back to start the second half. So no matter what, it's a win for Kansas City, as they're going to cash in hopefully 10 if they can double up after the half. 28-yard attempt here for Harrison Butker. Kick is up, and it is good. He almost shanked it to the left a little, but the kick is nailed. So 6 seconds remaining here in the first half. I'll disappear at halftime for a little bit, but then I'll be back for the second half, and I'll be watching in case Tom Grass is doing his raids, so we'll see. They're currently doing their Red Cross help people affected by Hurricane Helene thing, but also be watchful for Hurricane Milton. This is not sponsored by Red Cross, but I would appreciate it if you go ahead and donate to them. Everyone definitely appreciates it. As someone who lives in Florida, or used to live in Florida, we're looking out for this next hurricane. It's a scary one. If you haven't already, please do vote in the poll during halftime or right now. There's at least 1 or 2 people who are watching this who have not voted in the poll. So push a button. It doesn't matter which one necessarily. If you don't know any of the teams, say uneducated in football, just pick one. Pick one that's at 50% so that it's not 33, 33, 33, and then we have a 3-way tie. But that's only if you don't know. If you do know, pick the game that you think is best or the game that has the team that you root for. And this one will be taken out by New Orleans from basically the back of the end zone, but he's got a nice head of steam, and he'll get to about the 31-yard line, but he'll take up all the time, so that's all she wrote. And that'll bring us to halftime. The Kansas City Chiefs, 16, the New Orleans Saints, 7. So with that, I'm going to go make myself a snack. Because if you know, I'll tell you what the key to staying up late with snacks are. Good snacks to have. If you're doing a late commentary such as this. So I'll do go in the poll while I'm away. Let me know if the Grassi Posse shows up. And yeah, I'll be back in 12 minutes or sooner, depending on what how everything goes. See you soon. I'm gonna see if this mutes first. Vote in the poll if you haven't already. Again, vote in the poll. I'm not back permanently, but the spooky was there was a humming. I believe it's still going on. There is, yeah. Just a sudden humming started. You can hear Tom because I'm watching to see. He's looking through them, but I think he passed right on by me because he already knows that he did me not that long ago. Or I just wasn't here and I came in late. One or the other. But so probably no Tom today. But keep watching. Type in the chat right now. You say, Tom, he's coming back. Tom, he's coming back any second now. Just wait 5 seconds and he'll be back. All right. I'm going to go make some food. I'll be back.
I don't know what that was.
Oh, you asked? Wow. You're a real one. You're a real one. You asked? I did not see that coming. Oh, thanks. Ah, man, he remembers. We gotta wait a few weeks. At least he remembers, though. At least he remembers. I was having some technical difficulties. I couldn't hear him for a while. I thought I was the one that he's like, I feel like we rated you like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm like, that sounds like that was me. But no, that's okay. You gave it the best shot. Best shot. We gotta keep trying. Keep trying. He'll forget one day. His memory can't be that good. Oh my God, somebody voted. It's no longer Ravens Commanders in the lead. It's now Jags Bears. London, baby. Vote nerd, you're getting outvoted over here. Firecar, welcome. It was you. It was you. We're beating out vote nerd now. Vote. It's funny because at the beginning he's like, oh no, no one's gonna vote against me. Here we are. London in the lead. If you want, I'll even do it in a British accent throughout the entire time. I can do it. I lived in England for quite a while. The Chicago Bears, led by Caleb Williams, he'll be throwing to wide receiver Kenan Allen. Very good, yes. Doodle pip and how in it? I'll do it. The Jaguars. I'll just kill all the Americans. The Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Are you actually British? No, I'm not. Regrettably, sir, but I am not British. So, Firecar, it's you that's the Saints fan, right? How are you feeling about this? How are you feeling about this? Yeah. I've been pretty disappointed with the play so far, especially Derek Carr. Like, I'm sorry, I know you guys are you guys kind of love Derek Carr, but I've never been a fan of him. I've always been he's just okay, and so far he's just proven that to me. I mean, he's had some like those first 3 or 4 deep throws, they were He just nailed Rashid Shaheed, but it's hard to miss a wide receiver. That's like it's basically practice. He basically just ran a normal right. He was wide open. I can hit that throw. So the defense has been bad, and I do blame Dennis Allen. And I do not blame Clint Kubiak. I think he's done a very good job. Yeah, they need one here. If they go down and the score is 23-7, they're in big trouble. Or if KC goes for the 2-point conversion, which I honestly would not mind that call going for 2. And it gets up to 24-7. That's kind of game. They got to come up with the stop here. And so the second half is underway. Carson Steele, that Australian running back, is taking it out of the end zone. And he'll get to about the 29-yard line, where the Kansas City Chiefs will start their drive. So entering tonight, the Saints have led for 66.4% of the entire season. They have not led tonight. They need to find a way to get a lead, and fast, which could very well include forcing a turnover here. And Kareem Hunt on the run, and he'll go for about 4 on the game. Second and 6 coming up for Kansas City. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes handoff again to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt will get stumped after a gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd and short coming up. 3rd down. If you're wondering, I am eating chicken satay. It's a very good late meal to have. I'm in Europe, so it's late, very late. So if you're ever getting hungry and it's like in the middle of the night, try to stick grilled. Kind of a nice little tip. Learn stick grilled. In this case, it's chicken. So yeah, it's grilled chicken that you stick in the microwave for a few minutes. It's already pre-made. So it's nice. And it's on a stick, and everything tastes better on a stick. Patrick Mahomes starts in shotgun. Blitz is showing very obviously. They end up only rushing 5, and that'll go for an easy Kansas City first down. And Kareem Hunt basically walks through the blitz. As our resident Saints fan is less than thrilled about this defense right now. Hey, Paul Rudd hanging out with Peyton and Eli on the Manning cast. Not that you should go there. You should stay right here. Holmes under center. Handoff. Carson Steele. Crikey. Handoff, and that will go for about a gain of 6 on the play. It's just every time he touches the ball. Crikey. He's angry. Yeah. Crocodile Hunter. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Oh, and killed by a stingray. No, too soon. Too soon. Yeah, got it. Too soon. Got a rivalry. But Mahomes shovel pass to Carson Steele again. Carson Steele will run right up the gun. Carson Steele will get the first down on 2nd and 4. They know each other. Farquhar's like, what's up? And Boatner's like, I'm on to you. First and 10 coming up for Kansas City. Chiefs offense has been very unstoppable. I saw that. Yeah, that was a good timing. A lot of pressure coming on Kansas City, and Mahomes still gets it off to Noah Gray, who goes for 15 yards. There wasn't even an effort put in by the Saints secondary there, as Noah Gray, who's a bottom tier tight end. He's not a good tight end, and he just kind of slips out without any coverage. He was just wide open in the middle of the field. Saints secondary not even trying to put up much of a fight on that one. Ooh, that was easy. Just an easy catch. I mean, no one in town. And the Chiefs are already at the New Orleans 38-yard line. Are those bots? Are they? Those guys, those things, yeah, I mean, I could. I can do it. Pop. I'll go get rid of the other guy too. Pop. I got you. Whoa, what happened? I messed with stuff. Patrick Mahomes drops back to pass under a lot of pressure, and he'll be, spikes it at the floor. He might have been sacked. I messed with stuff. Uh-oh. Ew, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I don't know what I did. I can't see you guys anymore. Am I still alive? All right, I'll keep commentating, although I can't read. 3rd and 10. Mahomes drops back. He'll throw deep. He's got Worthy. Incomplete. Good defense by the Saints. So that'll bring up 4th and 10. I do not know what's going on. I do not know what's going on here. Technical difficulties. I'm scared to hit the refresh button, I will say. Oh, and he doinks the 51-yard field goal. Harrison Butker misses, and the Saints come up with a stop, perhaps not in the best manner, but a special teams mishap, just a bad kick, doinked off the right post, and the Saints come away with no points given to the Chiefs. Waiting for the mouse to come back and working. Okay, what's going on here? Hold. All right, I'm scared to mess with stuff too much. Okay. I'm gonna click reset. I'm not gonna end stream, but hopefully it will not end it. If it does, I'll make another one. I'll be back.